Hi, James Melendez, James the Wine Guy, here to share and celebrate this wine with you today. This is Cornerstone, Oregon's Chardonnay, Willamette Valley 2010 vintage, a 13% alcohol content wine. Very simple, elegant label, as the content inside is also quite elegant. And so there you go, you see the entire label. Now, for me, this is a really great expression of what's coming from Oregon. And often people are thinking, collectively so, not just certain people, but often as a collective of thoughts when it comes to Oregon wine, is that it is a Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris country. And to an extent, it certainly is. And no doubt, sterling, beautiful wines are coming from this region that are Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris. There's also this is Chardonnay. Why wouldn't Chardonnay grow equally well here? They're just such a great match of Pinot Noir to Chardonnay. And when I find bottles like this, I'm really excited. In fact, this is the first bottle of Willamette Valley Chardonnay that I featured in my wine video, so I'm really excited about that. Great producer, I've talked about them for quite some time. A sterling job, great quality, and great attention to detail. So this is 24 months in, or actually 16 months in 24% new French oak, and 50% of the wine is coming from the Chehalem, and 50% from the Yamhill-Carlton. So it's a great, optimum region for Chardonnay. This is beautiful, and it's really, I've talked a lot about Chardonnay. It's one of these conundrums. To produce Chardonnay is to be questioned, why are you producing it? To not produce it is to be questioned, why aren't you producing Chardonnay? Chardonnay's really had some beat up, and it's unfortunate. But I think Chardonnay really, in the scheme of things, is really a bona fide wine. It's a bona fide variety and something that should be talked about and enjoyed. I think that there's so many collective memories, is that we are thinking often that, wow, well, Chardonnay is always buttery oaky. Well, maybe in a classic sense it is, and maybe there are those really mainline major labels that exist still today that are producing wines like that. So don't mistake that those particular bottlings are going to be like this. This is a really small production. I think it's 166 cases. So by the way, Oregon is producing sterling Chardonnay, so is California. And Australia, by the way, fantastically nice. It's getting back to basics. It's getting back to the characterization of what Chardonnay is. And I also address often in my videos that Chardonnay is being accused as being a neutral variety. And yet I always point out, well, that could go for probably a good 50 or so other varieties, and we don't call those out as being neutral. So I don't say that. I tend to say that if it's made well, in terms of, say, the Chablis is really the model in many ways. It's the mothership that a lot of people look to and that I adore. And for me, I really want that crystal quality, that mineral quality. I want that really essence of absolute dryness. And yet, when it is dry, and you're getting some flavor characteristics out of it, I think it's a really great way of understanding what Chardonnay is and what it is not. So I think that is really the win-win for Chardonnay, is that, first of all, I think Chardonnay, for me, at least for my palate, is to have this with food. So it's Dungeness crab season. It is autumn 2012, so I'm going to enjoy Dungeness crab with this wine, and do so copiously, both with the wine and the crab. But it's a fantastic pairing. So here we go. Take a taste of this wine and tell you what it's like. Really beautiful notes on this, and just elegant notes. And they're notes that are capturing what the fruit is. Getting notes of Comus pear, which I love, especially this time of year. This is really my emblematic go-to flavor signature for a lot of Chardonnays. Getting notes of fresh green lime. Getting notes of sesame, white floral characteristics such as hibiscus, and a touch of almond on the finish. So I give this wine a 9.2 out of a 10.0 scale. For more wine reviews, please go to jamesthewineguy.com. Subscribe to my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, Google+, Pinterest. Salud.